What is going on, guys? Carlos here from Live Gaming Paradise. We are back again with another episode of Splatoon 3, and this is the last episode of Site 5 before we move over to the last site, which is Site 6. This one is called Learn to Reflect, and this one is in the bank. It is a really tricky one at points, but not the worst. But you need to use an angle shooter, and that can be tricky at times. There's one part in here that I got stuck for quite a bit of time, but hopefully with my tips you'll be able to conquer it in no time. If this is the first time you're here, thank you very much for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Without further ado, let's do some more Splatoon. Right, so the angle one is that one that you use in order to use your zip caster. It's just the same button, it's the R button. Just make sure that you refill your tank because you spend a lot of ink every time you do this. So just make sure that it is completely refilled. As you can probably tell now, I didn't realize that I had to be on the right hand side in here, on the top of this platform, and I was doing it towards the other side. It just looked funny from this angle, but after a few attempts I managed to do it. But I was not having much success doing it from the top or doing it from the side. I had to do it from the top because it's angled away from me, but I just realized that when it was too late. Right, now you need to shoot that switch with your angle shooter, and then you need to just use your normal gun and destroy those boxes. There's going to be a couple of Octarians coming on the right hand side. Just get rid of the first one in here, then your angle shooter will deal some damage and destroy the one on the far end. Now a few more boxes in here. There's another Octarian there. This one you can just shoot directly if you want to shoot it from here, and you will be able to hit it with no problem. I was trying to use the angle shooter because I thought that he was going to hit me, but that wouldn't be the case because he's quite far away, and he's got that pillar along the way, that pole. Right, so when you get down here you need to activate those three switches at the back, and the first one is very easy because nothing is rotating, and then you need to do the bottom one and the top one, or in whatever order you want to do them, but can be a little bit tricky because obviously you've got the rotating pillars in front of you. After a few attempts you'll be able to get the drawbridge down, and now it's time for us to deal some damage to these Octarians here. There's two of them on the top, and the way to do this one is you have to shoot above, like you see that platform on the top. You have to shoot that and angle it to the balloon behind them, and that will explode them. But I didn't realize that until I was too late, and then I decided to just go all guns blazing and get rid of them like that. But they've got shields, so they're well protected. It took me quite a few attempts to get them done, but eventually I got them done. But the right way to do it is obviously with the angle shooter, and shoot that balloon there. Now refill your tank once again, and now we're going to use the angle shooter down the bottom to destroy or to blow up that balloon. And what you need to do is you need to activate that switch, so just make sure that the switch is right next to the balloon, exactly like that. Then you've got another one on the side, so you need to again hit the balloon. I thought I hit it there, but it looks like I didn't hit it strongly enough, so I waited for another go around. Looks like the switch is off actually, but it wasn't enough, so I had to wait for another round, and then I managed to do it. Now there's a checkpoint in here. We're gonna go and pick up a briefcase, and there's a couple of Octarians here. Just destroy the first one here on the right hand side, pick up your tank in here, and then just all guns blazing just go to the bottom and defeat the other guy. Just make sure that your tank is full, because or else you're going to run out of ink, because he's got a shield on. There's two of them with shields on. Just try and avoid fire from the one on the right, and then just eventually you will get rid of it and you will destroy it. Now once you destroy it, then another area is going to open to the left, and this is probably the worst part, the most difficult part of this level. It's a sequence of things, like I had to do it a few times in order to do it properly. But here we go. Use the angle shooter on the left hand side in here to rotate that drum, so just like that, and then the door will open, so you have to shoot quickly to explode the balloon. Then the balloon will activate the map, which in turn will activate these 4 blocks here, and then you have to shoot from the top there to the other balloon, and then they'll activate the switch for the drawbridge to come down. It took me a few attempts to do it, so you might be able to do it first time if you're really agile on the controls, but for me it took me a little bit of time to do it. So now you get to the final checkpoint, and there's lots of ways of using the angle shooter here. So the first one is that sniper. just make sure you shoot angled on the top platform, and that will explode the balloon, and then you'll be able to, the balloon will defeat the Octarian below it, the Octarian shooter below it with a shield. The same thing on the right hand side, you need to shoot that platform in there, avoiding his fire obviously, and that will explode the balloon and then we'll kill it. Then you got final sniper in here, and this one you're going to need to do exactly the same thing, but he is much quicker and he will just shoot lots of ink at you. So when you can, just do exactly what I did now from the corner, and that will bring all the platform down and will finish the level. So I guess this is it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you did like this video, or if this video helped you, please give us a like, consider subscribing so I can continue releasing more content like this. You can also buy me a coffee by clicking on super thanks, and I really appreciate all the support. So I guess this is it for this one. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.